Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to the Llotja de Mar, perhaps the oldest temple of commercial history in the world. More than 700 years of business history is inside this building. Every Tuesday, the serial business people of Catalonia, after 7 centuries doing it, meet here to fix the prices for the Spanish market, and is still a reference in the global European market. Today, this building is owned by the Commerce and Industry Chamber of Barcelona, which I have the pleasure to be the president. So welcome to our place, and thank you very much for inviting me today. The chambers have some potentialities with blockchain revolution. We are the representatives of the business community, and I'm sure that blockchain can help the global businessmen to be more efficient in the next future. Much has been discussed during this event regarding the transformative potential of blockchain technology. Those who serve in public institutions need to be aware of the potential disruption that technology developments can induce. Regarding distributed ledger technologies, also known as blockchain, we need to understand well the challenges, risks, and opportunities they represent. This requires new leaderships who can understand them. The Internet brought the use of communication to unimaginable ends. It enabled completely new forms of expression, such as email, chats, Skype, Instagram stories, or live streaming. And this volume of change, we have seen it in so many other domains. Blockchain can do to governments what the Internet did to communication. It's not only about voting, it's about reimagining how can we coordinate and organize a society. Once we have a tool that allows signaling our needs anytime. A tool that everyone can trust and is extremely hard to abuse the power of information asymmetry. A tool that allows everyone to be heard and no one can deny it. We also need to ask ourselves, as public servants, how do we want to use these new technologies? There is a clear trend among nation-states and big technology companies to use these new developments in order to increase the control and information they have on its citizens and users. But technology can also be used in order to create a more free and fair society. It can be used in order to empower citizens and to improve the way we interact with our respective public institutions. As president of the Barcelona Chamber of Commerce, I believe that one of the most interesting technological advances regarding blockchain is the self-sovereign identity, the SSI. If we have not seen any wide-scale implementation of blockchain technologies yet, that is because the challenge is still pending to be solved properly. In case you are not familiar with the term, SSI proposes a paradigm shift regarding the way we as citizens interact with each other and with public administrations. It means giving back the ownership of identity and its management to the citizen. In the traditional model, governments issue your ID. They have full control and ownership over it. They can revoke it, not grant it, and along with that, your access rights are granted or revoked. In this new model, instead of having a government issuing an ID for you, you create your own identity, and then you have it verified or validated by certain institutions. At the end, it is the quality of trustness of the verificators that confers trust to your identity corresponds to a real person. Please note that there may be more than one verifier. In this sense, Catalonia has a huge opportunity to lead this paradigm shift, and soon we'll have the widest implementation of this new technology thanks to the efforts of the Catalan Minister Jordi Puigneró and the Identicat project that his department is leading by now. Hopefully, within a few years, we will be using our SSI in order to pay our local taxes, get our medicine at the pharmacy, or even use it to participate in the governments of different institutions. As president of the Barcelona Chamber of Commerce, I must think on how can this technology improve the competitiveness of all our members and create a more prosperous society. So, how can we implement these new technologies in order to achieve that? I believe there are four main fields. The first one is the neutral infrastructure. One of the greatest values of blockchain technologies is that there is no need for any central authority in order for the system to work. This also has its problems, as this trustless infrastructure may stall the onboarding of companies and private business who may be reluctant to collaborate or share certain information on blockchain systems. There is much effort going on building neutral infrastructure that allows for collaboration between companies within a value chain, and chambers of commerce may play an important role in contributing a common shared infrastructure, thanks to its reputation and guarantee as public institutions. The second issue is the identity verification for natural and legal persons. As we saw, the SSI relies on having third authorities verifying people's identity. But what if we could extend that to legal persons also? What if we could help provide our members with a SSI for the companies, cooperatives, and associations? Only the Barcelona Chamber of Commerce has over 400,000 members and is also a public law association. That means that we are authorized to act as a public notary, in this way conferring its verification a legal status. So, what if all these members could use a SSI in order to interact between each other, between the institutions and them, or between them and the public authorities, let's say tax collection, permits, public registers, etc. Furthermore, there would be two verifications we could do. One for the legal person, as a companies, another for the natural person who have powers to represent them. Once we have these, there will be possibilities that for now we can only imagine. Imagine, for example, the impact of our economy if we could reduce the friction between companies and public agencies regarding trade, administrative procedures, or other. We could even envision to extend this SSI model to goods and services in order to improve traceability through value chains, pay taxes, and so on. The third question is improved participation. Most of the public institutions rely on government methods that are, at least, from last century. It is simply too costly to receive prosper signaling on what our members want or think regarding different issues that matter to them. We, at the Barcelona Chamber of Commerce, have already started to change the way we interact with our members with the implementation of electronic voting. As we have seen in previous debates, SSI can allow for new models of electronic voting that are much frictionless compared to traditional methods. We need a better, cheaper, and safer way to receive signaling from our members, that's it, citizens or associates. So we are not limited to voting once in every 4 years. The world is changing too fast, and we also need to be able to adapt, at least at the same speed. Finally, the fourth field is administrative processes simplification. While during centuries the governments and administrations have acted to control more and more the private businesses in order to get taxes paid, the control systems have been sophisticated with the computer evolution. But now, blockchain can change the approach with smart contracts, reducing some of the current administrative processes. Creating a new company in a more efficient way and totally secure is another example of processes improving thanks to blockchain. At the end, the Estonian model is for us in Catalonia one master reference to follow in the next years, mainly when Catalonia will become a new state, and new processes will have to be implemented. The Commerce Chambers will work on it. Thank you very much for your attention.